I don't know about y'all, but on my screen, I see two lame ass losers by the names of Tucker Carlson and Brett Favre. So this story is involving, of course, Brett Favre and Tucker Carlson, but more Brett Favre because of the statement he made. Now, this is the first video I've done on my channel about Brett Favre that is separate from the welfare scandal. But it's interesting that he's fixing his mouth to say these things. Now, in case y'all haven't heard, Brett Favre basically came out and is fully supporting Tucker Carlson post firing from Fox News. He's even trying to call out Fox News for firing him, even as going as far as telling people who watch Fox News to boycott the network because of Tucker's firing. Famed NFL player Brett Favre on Monday added his voice to the chorus of conservatives calling for a Fox News boycott in the wake of Tucker Carlson's firing. Carlson, who had hosted the hugely popular Tucker Carlson Tonight for the conservative news network since 2016, was abruptly terminated on April 24th for reasons that have yet to be officially disclosed. Reports since then have suggested that a recently uncovered racist text message written by Carlson in 2021 may have prompted Fox officials to take action. It's way more to it than that. Other observers have cited a lawsuit from a former staff member, Abby Grossberg, alleging that Carlson fostered a misogynistic workplace. The former host himself has not addressed the matter outside of a video on Twitter in which he did not give any details about his departure from Fox, but said he would be back soon. Carlson was one of the most watched figures on the network, and the ratings for his former 8 p.m. time slot have taken a tumble since his departure. Making matters worse for Fox, numerous conservative figures have come out in support of the ex-host, with some going so far as to call for a boycott of the network. Favre, a retired Hall of Famer best known for his many seasons with the Green Bay Packers, took to Twitter on Monday to voice his support for such a boycott. He tweeted, "I'm with Tucker, time to boycott Fox until they come to their senses and let the man speak." After keeping quiet on the matter for a few weeks, Florida Governor Ron DeSnowflake, who is widely expected to run for GOP presidential nomination in 2024, spoke out in support of Carlson during a Newsmax interview. Besides praising the ousted host, he suggested that unspecified behind-the-scenes matter at Fox were to blame for the situation. Tucker Carlson is a fantastic individual, DeSnowflake said. "I think the show was fantastic. I think it's terrible that he was fired. I think there's more to it. I don't really think that it's about Tucker. I think it was about some of this other stuff that's going on with Fox. But you know, he was someone who was willing to speak and challenge the prevailing orthodoxies," the governor continued. "I guarantee you whatever he does next, he's going to be successful." A recent report by Axios suggested that Carlson intends to launch his own media empire to compete with his former employer, but he is bound to remain on the sidelines by his Fox News contract, which expires in January 2025. So technically, Tucker is still getting paid by Fox News to January. After that, they cut him loose, and he's going to have to find other financial sources, although I'm sure by that time he's probably going to have something lined up. The idea that anyone is going to silence Tucker and prevent him from speaking to his audience is beyond preposterous, Carlson's attorney Brian Friedman said in a statement to Axios. Newsweek reached out to Friedman via email for comment. Attempts by Newsweek to reach Fox News for comment on developments and rumors in the Carlson situation have been met with the company's initial statement about parting ways with the host and thanking him for his work over the years. Now, let me tell y'all what being on Code really looks like. And you just really actually got all of that right here, because I didn't know they were going to put statements in there from Ron DeSnowflake as well as Tucker Carlson's attorney. At first, I thought it was just going to really focus more on what Brett Favre said. Let's start off with Brett Favre, a person who's already wrapped up in his own scandal and being a damn thief and taking money from those who actually need it in order to pay for a volleyball facility and get money for speaking engagements that he did not give while still not being criminally charged with anything. Then you got Ron DeSnowflake, who is up to his eyeballs and trying to sue Disney. And I'm like, good luck with that, while still trying to spread this anti-CRT, anti-woke push, whatever he's trying to do, and run for president at the same time. And then, of course, Tucker Carlson's attorney saying that Fox is wrong for all of this. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, on the Fox side, it really is mainly Tucker Carlson's fault, the reason he got fired. They laid out all the details right there as to why he was fired. Then think about this. Brett Favre is coming out to defend this man after we saw these recent messages. One of them they didn't put it in here, but the part where Tucker Carlson was saying that he was glad that these group of white men attacked this person, this kid who was a part of Antifa. But he also went on to say that this is not how white men fight. But y'all saw the video that I did about that, and you heard what he stated. And Brett Favre is coming out to defend Tucker Carlson after that was made public, which has been made public for about well over a week now. So that just shows you the type of person Brett Favre is and what he's defending. But I've heard people say over the years that Brett Favre is a bit of an asshole anyway. You know, mainly going back to when he used to play in the NFL. And someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I read somewhere someone had left a comment in one of my tweets. I can't remember which one, but it was recent, where Brett Favre was the reason that I believe it was a coach or a player got fired. I believe it was a coach, and I believe his name was Ray Rose. I believe it was a black man for that. Someone can confirm or deny that, but someone was saying that he was the reason or one of the reasons that this man ended up getting fired. And I believe this was back like in 2020 or somewhere around that region, like early. Well, this is pre-pandemic, of course. But someone can confirm or deny that one down in the chat or down in the comment section. But I've always heard some stories about, Brett Favre. So I'm not in the least bit surprised. And one thing that turned me off about Brett Favre was when he took too damn long to retire. This man literally played for so long, and then it's like he left and then came back. He basically, Tom Brady did the same thing he did. Left for a little bit and then said, I'm going to come out of retirement and play some more. I'm like, no, your time is up. Like, just leave the game. You've already done what you can do. But I'm not surprised that Brett Favre is coming to the defense of Tucker Carlson, especially not, the snowflake either. They all are of that same hive mind. But if Brett Favre thinks that him just making this statement right here is going to make us forget about what he has going on in the back burner, as far as that welfare scandal, he got another thing coming.